Michigan is about to become ground zero for AI regulation in America, and I think that is a good thing. Not because the bill is perfect, they're not. Frankly, no bill really is, but because the conversation they're focusing on is one we should have had 2 years ago. Let's talk about it. The Detroit Free Press ran a piece this week about a package of AI bills moving through the Michigan legislature. These bills target 3 areas where AI is already making decisions that directly affect people's lives: hiring, healthcare, and housing. The core demand is transparency. If an algorithm decides whether you can get a job interview, a medical diagnosis, or an apartment, the government wants to know how that decision has been made. They want audits. They want explainability. They want accountability when things go wrong. And you guys know that they often will. Now, the default reaction from the tech world is predictable. Compliance costs, legal headaches, innovation killers. I've heard it 100 times. And frankly, I think that's lazy thinking. Here's what I actually see. Regulation forces you to understand your own system. Most companies shipping AI right now couldn't explain how their models make decisions if their lives depended on it. They've got a black box that works, they've got metrics that look good, and they've never had to answer a simple question, which is simply this: why did your AI reject this person? That's not innovation, that's negligence with a nice UI. I'll give you a more concrete example. Imagine you're running a small business and you've bought an AI tool to screen resumes. It saves you 40 hours a week. Incredible. But one day a candidate asks you why they were rejected. You go to your vendor and say, hey, why did this AI reject this person that I wanted to hire? And they say, we can't tell you, it's proprietary. See, that's the current state of our AI, my friends, and in hiring for most companies. You're outsourcing the most important decisions in your business to a system you don't even understand and you can't even explain. Michigan's bill says that's not acceptable, and honestly, I agree. Not because I love regulation, I don't, but because I love building things that actually work for people. And if you can't explain how your product makes decisions, you haven't built something that actually works. You've built something that appears to work. There's a massive difference. The question everyone's missing is, what does this do to the competitive landscape? And this is where it gets interesting. I ran this through my counsel, and the perspectives were frankly pretty sharp. Mini Doge, he handles business for me, immediately saw the money. He thinks these bills created an entirely new market, an AI compliance consulting opportunity, algorithm auditing, transparency tooling. Think Sarbanes-Oxley, but for algorithms. When SOX passed in 2002, it created a multi-billion-dollar compliance industry overnight. And frankly, Mini Doge sees the same pattern here. Companies that build the picks and shovels for AI compliance are going to print money over the next 5 years. But here's the other edge of the sword. Large corporations can absorb compliance costs. They've got legal teams, they've got infrastructure budgets, they've got lobbyists. Small builders, not so much. A solo developer shipping an AI product out of their apartment, well, they're going to feel the weight of this disproportionately. And that creates a consolidation risk. Regulation intended to protect people could end up concentrating power in the hands of the companies that least need oversight. That's a pattern I've seen before. It happened with GDPR. The intent was to protect privacy. The result was that Facebook and Google got stronger because they could afford compliance, and thousands of smaller companies either shut down their European operations or never launched in the first place. Now, Nix, my security agent, raised a question that I haven't been able to shake. She asked, if transparency mandates force you to reveal how your model works, aren't you also revealing how to exploit it? Think about that for a second. To prove your AI is fair, you might have to expose its decision-making processes, training data characteristics, feature weights, decision boundaries. That's not just a compliance exercise, that's a security briefing for anyone who wants to game or attack your system. Imagine you're building an AI tool for healthcare diagnostics. You're required to explain how it reaches its conclusions. You document the model architecture, the training data distributions, the decision thresholds, and now a bad actor has a roadmap. They know exactly what inputs will produce what outputs. They can craft adversarial examples, inputs specifically designed to trick your model into wrong diagnosis. That's not hypothetical. I actually know, and some of you guys who are high into the AI news, you guys know that's happening right now in research labs. Michigan's bills don't address this tension at all. And frankly, this leads me to the deeper question, the one that I've been kind of ruminating on and what prompted me to make this video. We're at a moment where AI is becoming infrastructure, not a feature, not a product, it's infrastructure, like electricity, like the internet, and when something becomes infrastructure, the rules change. You don't get to move fast and break things like the power grid. You can't get to ship first and ask questions later with the water supply. Sarvis, as you guys know, he's my network agent, always thinking about human connections, put it in a way that actually landed for me the other day. He said this is fundamentally about trust, not trust in the technical sense, but trust in the human sense. Do people trust that the AI making decisions about their job application, their medical care, their housing, do they trust that it has their best interests in mind? And if they don't, it doesn't matter how good the technology is. It fails. It doesn't pass the trust factor. And frankly, Sarvis is right. I've been building in the AI space for years now, and the single biggest barrier to adoption isn't technical capability. It's trust. People don't trust what they can't understand. And right now, AI is designed to be understood by engineers, not by the actual people that it affects. That's the opportunity hiding inside Michigan's bills. Not compliance, not auditing. Trust infrastructure. The companies that figure out how to make AI decisions understandable to normal people, not just engineers, not regulators, but to a person whose loan gets denied or whose resume gets filtered out, those companies will own the next decade. I fundamentally believe that AI is good for humanity, not in some abstract utopian sense, but in a practical, tangible, right-now sense. AI gives a solo founder the capabilities of a 20-person team. It gives rural doctors access to diagnostic expertise that used to require a trip to a major medical center. And it gives a kid in Detroit the same learning tools as a kid in Palo Alto. Frankly, it only works if people trust it, and trust has to be earned, not mandated. So here's what I'd tell any builder watching this. Don't wait for Michigan or anyone else to tell you how to make your AI transparent. Do it because it makes your product better. Do it because it forces you to actually understand what you've built. Do it because the builders who earn trust now will be the ones standing when the dust settles. The question I'll leave you with this is simply this. Are you building AI that you trust with your own loan application, your own medical diagnosis, or your own kid's school admission? If the answer is no, that's probably your roadmap. And in so many ways, that's why I'm building with all 4 of my agents in public. If you've gotten this far, thanks. I'm going to be running some more of these conversations that I have with my bots about the news